Hello students. Today we are starting a new chapter, Kingdom Classification. Okay. So students, do you know there are how many students in your school? Hmm? About 500? Okay. Is it possible to teach all the students all together? No, na. It is not possible to teach all students together. That's why the students are classified into different groups, and that groups are given name class 1, class 2, class 3, right? So we have kept students in class 1, those who are of almost same age group and they have the same level of understanding. Class 8th students, they have almost same age group and they have the same level of understanding. Due to this, the studies in the school become easy. Okay, now tell me, there are how many living species known on the earth? Do you know that? There are about 1.3 million species of living organisms already identified. 1.3 million, right? And many more live on earth. They are not yet identified. Identified ones are 1.3 million. Is it possible to study each and every living species individually? It is not possible, na? Because the number is very large. So it is not possible to study them individually. That's why we have made groups. We have made groups on the basis of their similarities and dissimilarities. We have kept all the same species in one group. Other group contain different type of species, but in one group all the species, all the living organisms that are present are of same kind. So if you study one organism from the group, you can easily identify or easily know about the characteristics of other members of that group. So this classification is done to make the study of organisms easy. So what is classification now? Classification is grouping of organisms on the basis of their similarities and dissimilarities. Same organisms are kept in same group. Now we come to the advantages of classification. What are the advantages of classification? Number one advantage that I already told you is that classification makes the study of wide variety of organisms easy, because the number of living organisms is large, so it is not possible to study them individually. This classification makes their study easy. Second is, classification projects before us a picture of all life forms at a glance. At a glance means एक नज़र में. So if a classification is with you, you can find out all type of organisms that exist on earth at a glance. You can know about them at a glance. Third is, classification is essential to understand the interrelationship among different groups of organisms. Interrelationship means that how they interact with each other. Suppose two groups of organisms are there. Now what things are exchanged between the two groups? Like suppose animals and plants, two groups are there. So animals give out carbon dioxide during respiration and plants take that carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, right? So what things are exchanged, what type of interrelationship among the organism is, that can be studied easily with this classification. Next is, classification forms a basis for development of other biological sciences. There are different branches of biology in which we study about the things related to living organisms. So this classification forms the basis of that other branches. Now we come to hierarchy of classification. Now, what is the system of classifying organisms? For classifying organisms, the smallest group is known as species. Now, this species is actually the unit of classification. Species include a group of individuals that are similar in their morphology. Morphology means external structure, same hai almost, and internal structure is also almost same, and they breed among themselves to produce fertile offsprings. So that group of individuals which have morphologically and internally similar characters and they breed among themselves to produce fertile offsprings are known as species. So basic unit is species. Now group of species, there are different species in the world, many species. Now out of that many species, some of the species may resemble with each other, right? So the group of species that resemble with each other, एक जैसे हो, कुछ species एक जैसी मिलती जुलती हो सकती हैं, तो that group forms the genus. So genus is a larger group than species. Now there may be some genus which are similar, so that similar group of genus form family. In the same way, similar families form order, similar orders form class, and similar classes form phylum, and similar phylum forms kingdom. It means the highest group is kingdom.